Okay, let's say you want to set up alarms and notifications for your device. First thing you want to do is go to the Alarms tab in your device view. You see in this case there are no current alarms set up for this device. Now let's say we want to set up an alarm for loss of power to the device. Simply go to New, then find the channel you want to alarm on. In this case it's power. And as you can see, this is a digital channel, meaning it's on or off. Highlight that channel, click on Select New Alarm, and now you see several options for setting up your alarm. One option is the debounce, meaning the time between repeating alarms. Usually set this to 1. You can alarm when the channel goes active or inactive. Usually choose both. And you can name your alarm. So this is the description of the alarm when it comes over a text message or voicemail or email. And so now what we've done is set the alarm trigger. Nobody's set up to get notified yet from this alarm. We've just set up the trigger. So now you want to go and set up who gets notified when this alarm trigger happens. So navigate up to Notifications in the upper left part of the screen. And the first thing you see is your master list of contacts. It's under the Contacts tab under Notifications. So these are all of the contacts that you could possibly set up to get alarms. Let's say we want to add a new contact to this master contact list. Click on the New Contact button. Fill in the first name and last name of the contact, as well as their email address. Then you can enable the types of alerts that this particular contact wants to get. So it's email, SMS text, or voice. In this case, they just want SMS and voice. But as you can see, we get an error when we try to add and enable the text and voice alerts because there's not a cell phone number listed. You want to go back and add a valid cell phone number for the contact. Click Create Contact, and they are added to the master contact list. The next thing you might want to do is set up notification groups. Notification groups allow you to group contacts so that you can apply specific alerts or alarms to that entire contact group at one time. So let's say there are several employees in the organization that you need to set up to get a certain type of alert. Let's say they all need to get the power out alert that we just set up. I'm going to set up a alert group called Branch 55. Click Add that group. And then you can start adding contacts to the group that you just set up. So you click Add and then highlight all the contacts you want to add to that group. So I set up these 3 contacts in this group. You can see the icons that are highlighted or in bold that indicate what types of alerts they're getting, whether that's email, text, or voice. You can see where one of the contacts, John Doe, is not set up to get any types of alerts, so we're going to go ahead and delete him by clicking on the trash can button to the right. The next thing you might want to do when you're setting up your group is to set up call escalation. So escalation just means that instead of the alarm going out to all of the alert recipients at the same time, the alarm actually goes out to one person, the first person on the list, and if they don't acknowledge the alarm, then it goes on to the next person until the alarm gets acknowledged. And you can also tell the system how many times to go through the list until it simply times out. So once you've set up your notification contacts and notification groups, now you're going to want to actually assign alarm triggers to those contacts or to those groups. So in our case, we want to assign the power out alarm trigger that we set up for our device that's on lift station 7. So under the Devices tab, we navigate back to lift station 7, and then to Notification Groups to the right under the lift station 7 name. We pick the notification group that we set up, and then you see on the right that the options for alarm triggers are just that one that we set up, which is power out. So we toggle it on, click Save, and now the group Branch 55 will get alerts anytime power goes out to the device at lift station 7, and the notifications will be sent according to the escalation rules that we just set up earlier. Find more support resources at catron.com.